Hi everybody, welcome to Jake Showcase. I do videos on Wednesdays. Now I haven't cooked an egg for a long time. In fact, so what I decided we're going to do today is we're going to fry an egg together. So it's the first time in a real long time that I've ever fried an egg, so I thought, why not? This just take you along, let's enjoy the ride. Okay, so the first thing you got to do, obviously, is you got to have some eggs, right? And I went to the store because, you know, I need some protein, right? And this is a really good source of protein. And I got these big jumbo eggs, 747 jumbo eggs. And I usually get the jumbo eggs, and you know, it's basically because, you know, they say jumbo on it and they're bigger, and usually I'm hungry. When I like to eat eggs, I like to, you know, be full. Now whenever you're gonna cook an egg, you always gotta make sure that you butter your pan, right? So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna turn on the stove here. That's the front. Now I haven't used this in a long time, so I'm not sure how the stove is going to react. It's been about 2 years since I've actually used the stove. So let's get some butter in the pan there. Let her warm up. Now how much butter you actually put in the pan is really up to you. But you know, basically the more butter you put, the less likely it's going to stick to the pan. So I try to put maybe about a teaspoon or two into the. So what we got to do here is just open up the egg container here and take out an egg, right? And we got to look at how big it is. Pretty big and juicy, eh? Look at that thing. I like that. All right, and we got to crack it open. There's one. We're gonna do 2 eggs today. I don't exactly know why, but I just think that's a good place to start because I know these eggs are kind of big, so I don't want to make sure that. Now, if you take a look here, you want to make sure that you don't have any shells inside of here. And I can't see any shells except for maybe this little piece here, but I'm not sure if that's a shell or not. So doesn't look like a shell. So we're gonna call that cracked and no shells. And meanwhile over here, the butter is just about poured. Right. The cool thing about this is that it's really cheap and simple and a good source of protein for you when you're making egg. Okay, so once you hear sort of that crispy sound, you can bring your eggs here and you just simply pour it in, and that's going to be 2 eggs in there. I heard somewhere that the whites of the protein of the eggs are actually the best proteins that you can get in the entire world. So you know, this is definitely a low calorie but high protein food that you can eat, and it's quick and it's easy, as you can see. Now I found my spatula here. I haven't used a spatula in a real long time, but only one trick that you want to know about these eggs is that you want to make sure that they don't stick to the sides, right? And you want to make sure that so what I like to do is sometimes I like to turn the pan so that you get it all the way around and just watch them go. Make sure they don't stick. The cool thing about it, because I have it on such a high heat there, I think I have it on number 8 heat, is that, you know, as it fries and cooks, it basically cooks itself, and you get to pick when you want it. I usually like to wait until like the brown is showing up around the edges here a little bit, and until all that white stuff is sort of gone, and then that's what I consider a done egg. Being a bachelor, I find this to be a really good protein source to be able to eat, and it's easy to cook. Doesn't really you know, catch on fire or nothing. Like toast eggs, how can you go wrong? You know, it's easy to do. You don't have to be like Chef Boyardee or nothing like that. All you gotta do is put 2 eggs in a pan, heat it up, and boom, you got a good little meal. The thing that's really cool about eggs is that they're inexpensive. Like, you know, you can get them for as low as 12 cents an egg. Even if you're paying like 50 cents or 25 cents for an egg, it's still well worth it because it fills you up and you got some great protein. So right about now, I feel like it's about done. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna turn off the heat. And another trick too is just to get it off the heat. Even though I turned it off, just get it off the heat because it'll keep cooking and cooking while I get the spatula to get it out. Okay, so the way you take it out here is you gotta make sure that you get it out of the pan as best you can. It's best to get it in one piece, but quite honestly, it doesn't really matter, right? Because the main part is the egg. And if you notice there, it doesn't make too much of a greasy mess, right? So it's better to sort of let it soak a little bit so that, you know, it comes off easy. There you go, there's the egg, right? And the cool thing about the egg too is that if if you put it with some good 12 grain, whole grain toast, right? You got yourself a nice little meal. So there you go. Quick, easy, cheap, effective. I love it. This is the way to eat. This, you know, give you a meal, fill you up, makes you feel good. I love it. Watching Jake Showcase, everybody. Don't forget to like the video below, subscribe to the channel up above. I do my videos on Wednesdays. I hope you have a wonderful day.